All right, we're on the road with JR Wetlands. Josh and Kristen are behind us. We're heading up to bear country. Hopefully it's not going to be too hot and the bugs won't be too bad, but we're going to Wesley Bow Guides in Hearst, Ontario. We're going to hook up with Greta and Larry and Tam, and I think Big Wild Year, Delphine and Jeremy are also going to join us on this hunt. It should be a ton of fun, as it usually is with Wesley Bow Guides.
Life offers no guarantees, but the one thing we've learned for sure is that the time we have is indeed precious. The more time we spend with family, friends, and with nature can make the difference between living a good life and living a great one. Join us on our quest to be participants rather than observers, to learn from our mistakes, to share our successes and our failures, as we spend all of the time we have chasing our dreams, fueling our passion, and fueling the fire in the great outdoors.
The bear management areas for Wesley Bow Guides Camp is up in Hearst, Ontario, in the traditional territory of Treaty 9 peoples from Constance Lake. Now the Fire River has some great fishing for walleye and pike. You've got some great day hikes, we're looking forward to that. Shooting in camp, and also just chilling out and listening to some Indigenous storytelling, some good food shared with family and friends, and obviously we're hoping to get up close and personal on some great big Northern Ontario black bears.
Hi everybody, it's June 6th. We're going in for an evening bear hunt at Wesley Bow Guides. My name is Richard. We're hoping to get a successful bear hunt this evening. We'll see what's going in. Tonight we're going in with traditional recurve as our choice of weapon. And it's that time, it's 4 o'clock, they should be coming in. So we'll see what the evening has in store for us. Been in the stand here since 4 o'clock. I had a I had a real nice bear come in. He was coming closer. I put some popcorn closer to me because I'm shooting my traditional recurve tonight, so I wanted him to be closer. Somebody showed up to pick me up at the road and scared the big guy off. And the smaller bear came in afterward. Still respectable bear. As usual, I always have my little medicine pouch. And I always give some tobacco. We give tobacco as thanks to our bear brothers for giving us some meat for the freezer.
Oh, that's where you shot it?
Yeah.
With the traditional bow and the traditional gear, I tried shooting today. It is no easy task. You arrowed them at 8 yards, you said?
About 8 yards, the tree stands right there. Took about 15 to 20 minutes and he presented me a nice shot.
Tons of bears up here. Delphine shot a bear. You guys saw bears today. His partner Delphine shot a bear. Diane and I had bears come in tonight. Just a fantastic spot for sure to see bears and get a chance at harvest one. We're out here fueling our passion, fueling the fire by getting outdoors.
Hey folks, in this week's Hunter's Health segment, I'm going to join Derek Dubosky and his team at the Manitoulin Physio Center. I've been having some issues with my back, especially when practicing with my bow in the off season. They're going to look at it and they're going to see if they can give me some exercises that I can do at home in preparation of the bow hunt this spring.
I'm Derek Dubosky, Clinical Director and owner of Manitoulin Physio Center. We've got an interdisciplinary team here of physiotherapists, chiropractors, athletic therapists, massage therapists, and kinesiologists. We've been serving the area for about 15 years. Neil's been having a bit of problem pulling back his bow, getting ready for the bear bow hunt. We have him set up with Alexa Tipper, a bow hunter herself, and hopefully we can clean up that movement a bit.
So Neil, what I'll get you to do is describe what's been going on with your back area, and I'll let you describe your movement goals for me.
For sure. So we're getting ready to go for a bow hunt, and it's the off season where we're not hunting anything. It's the first animal that we hunt is bears. And when in the off season, I let the poundage down on my bow for practice, and when I pull back, I'm pulling back at about 50 pounds for most of the winter. Now, as I'm increasing the poundage in my second and third sets, around 20 and 30 pulls, I start to feel a twinge in my upper back. It bothers me for my hold, and so it seems like I'm not concentrating on all of those other pieces. I'm more worried about that little bit of pain that I have. There's some discomfort in the day as well, just over the course of the day. And if I don't give myself, a couple of days off, then the pain seems to be more and more prominent. So I'm looking for what I can do to alleviate that in the short term, and then what exercises I could do, to maybe improve that and get rid of that pain.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get you moving a little bit. I want to see kind of what ranges bother you, maybe a little bit of strength testing for your muscles. Then what we'll be looking at is some neurodynamics, some neural function, and then we'll get into some treatments, see what we can do for you today, and then we'll get you those home exercise programs like you asked for. Okay, so now we're just going to use the gun just to loosen up some tissues in that upper back area, just before we do the acupuncture to get things nice and softened and the muscles relaxed in through there. So we're going to show you some exercises with this foam roller so we can get that thoracic spine moving. I'll show you where we can get you one of these so you can do these exercises at home.
Perfect.
Great.
Okay.
So what I'll get you to do is to lie down vertically, kind of with your head closer to this end. Put your bum down on this end. Slowly lean down this way, because what we're going to do is we want that chest to open up so you can get into a little bit of retraction through your spine there. Start out with that, kind of hands open towards the side there. Okay. Good. And even if you want to just roll slightly back and forth without falling completely off that roller there. Good.
Oh, I can feel that on there.
And so after this, you can do that one for 5 minutes or so. You just kind of gently roll off of the roller there. And then what we're going to get you to do is get into that horizontal position. Good. So make sure that the roller comes up to about through here, through your back. Good. Good. Once you get there, your hands are going to go over top of your shoulders like this, and just gently moving up and over with thinking about your elbows kind of coming up. Good. And once you're good there, Then you roll up slightly, up the roller, good. And you do that again, you kind of come down a little bit. And what you're gonna do is, keeping that rib cage close to your pelvis bones, you're gonna just gently bring those elbows up, good. Okay, so now that we've gotten you some treatment and some mobility exercises to do at home, what do you think about coming in for another couple weeks, maybe next week and the week after, for some more treatment? And then after that, we'll get you set up with one of our kinesiologists to progress that mobility program to a strengthening program.
That sounds good. I feel better already. I feel definitely something that I didn't realize was my lack of ability to twist on that side. So that's good to know. I'm going to work on that and loosen up my back, and hopefully I'll be ready to go for that bear hunt.
Great. We'll go and get you set up for those appointments next week then.
Awesome. Thanks for that.
Great.
That's a little bit better. I'm going to take those exercises and go home for a couple of weeks, use them faithfully, and then head up to see Rick and Larry at Wesley Bow Guides.
We made our way up to Hearst, and we're with Wesley Bow Guides with JR Wetlands, and we're doing a spring bear hunt. We can hear a little bear. He's moving around us. I caught a glimpse of him. It doesn't look very big, but he's gonna make his way into the bait. That was cool, but our scent is wrong. He's cutting across that scent and it's scaring him off. Either the wind changes or all this rain is gonna push us out of here. But stay tuned. You're watching Fuel the Fire TV. Hey folks, welcome back to the program. We're all set up and ready to go, but we wanted to make sure that you guys got to see our wild game kitchen. Diane and Greta stayed back and they prepared a goose, traditional style from the Cree culture up here in northwestern Ontario.
Okay, everybody, we're starting our fire. We're going to be cooking well, actually, Greta is going to be cooking a goose over the open fire. It's a traditional meal for our Cree natives in the northern Ontario. They take an average of about 5 to 6 hours for them to cook.
Look, is hurt. Look, dye. It's hard. Put the dye back in there. And just rub that. Rub that down. Amazing. Amazing. I used to be so strong.
Back then.
Nobody does this way, like the traditional long time ago, like when, you know what I mean? Add that to your a modern little twist. Ooh. Look at that. Wait. And you're gonna cook. Ooh, it's a little bit over the fire here, a little bit. Too close to the fire. Let me do. I wanted to collect its grease in the frying pan. You don't want the flames to go onto the bird. You want the flames to heat the bird, but not burn it in any way. Waiting until your food is cooked. Can't take shortcuts. You're gonna burn something, or so I used the snare wire to tie up the rest of my my bird here, and here I got the other kind of wire with a fish swivel right there. It rotates the bird you know what I mean, consistently. You gotta use what you have. You learn and you evolve that way, right? Say you only have birch and it cooks really hot. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a little bit shorter time. I'm a half a century on the planet already, and there's still lots of things on this planet I haven't done. But I'm the youngest in the family, so I'm starving for that Anishinaabe teachings, right? Making it work. There we go. Yeah, I just rip it right off the bone like this. And snap it.
Well, I'm going to do what you did then. It tastes like dark meat on a turkey. That's exactly what it tastes like. Great job, Greta. Awesome. This week's Wild Game Kitchen.
Alright, we're gonna do a honey burn just to fill this area with as much non-human scent as possible. We saw a little bear scoot by. We're hoping that the bigger one that he's with will follow him into the bait. That was cool, but that's not the bear we're looking for. Stay tuned for more Fuel to Fire TV. We just got set up in here, and we weren't in here for maybe 20 minutes, and that little bear came out to feed. So that's a good start. We still have a couple of hours left. And I drew back on that bear, and my beep sight was turned the wrong way. I couldn't see through it after he laid there for 15 minutes. I had to let down. And then draw back again. It's red all the way through as a complete pass through, so We just didn't hear a death moan, and you don't always hear that. We're gonna give it a little bit of time. We're gonna go get packed up, and then we're gonna creep in there real slow and see if he's down.
Every time it's an exercise in humility. We backed out last night when we saw this bear where we shot it. We didn't have a whole lot of blood. And I just wasn't comfortable with the sound of the shot. I wasn't comfortable with the placement. But we found it thanks to Bonsai. Oh man, just such a relief. All right, folks, man, those sleepless nights are just the worst. But you know what? We have some real good trackers here. We got the Wesley Bow Guides and Bonsai. Tam's out here too. And I wasn't really happy with that shot after waiting so long, but you know what? We found the bear. We backed out like you're supposed to do. And again, an exercise in humility. These guys have a fantastic operation. We've been out here, it's 100% this week. We saw multiple bears, 100% opportunity, and everybody just has a great time because they're great guides, they've got great food, they've got great accommodations, and I just couldn't be more relieved and happy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And Larry and Bonsai, come here, Bonsai, yes, did all the work today. Good girl. We're out here fueling our passion, fueling the fire, and getting outdoors. We'll see you next week.